Hi y'all! Today's video is going to be the Clue Project Pan finally updated, and this was due on the 9th. I intended to kind of do it more like the 10th, but I'm a little late, trying to get back in the habit. Yes, I already had this shirt on. That video was earlier in the day. It's now later in the afternoon, well, evening. My hair's pinned back because it's hot as Hades in here. I do have my air conditioner on, and I'm really hoping that because I am now using a mic, that it maybe will help drown out the air conditioner. So this is almost a test run also. Thanks for joining me today on this video. If this is your first time here, my name is Susie, and I do lots of different things, lots of different content. I'm still growing and expanding. And if you're returning, hey, welcome back. I'm going to actually scooch over here. My content, my products are on a table over here. So hopefully it's not going to be too much of a issue. So I'm going to put up in this section, I will be putting up images. I've got a digital clue card that I'll check things off so that way we can keep up. I am super pumped with this project pan. This is just like all's the fun. Okay, I did focus most of my makeup use for my project panning makeup use on this project pan. I did get some of the other project pans kind of worked on. I got a few things done. Progress has been kind of slow going, but I wanted to really come out strong on this one since I was just a wee bit behind. As behind as you can be on a game that has a open entry, but like it's you finish when you finish. So all of my products from the intro have actually been I have reached my goals on. So we're going to start at the beginning. I'm going to grab my phone and then we'll go through it. I'm going to put up the comment that I made on Facebook over here, and basically what I had did, I'm trying to pull it up. I accused Miss White with the lead pipe in the hall. I accused Colonel Mustard with the rope in the dining room. And I accused Mr. Green with the revolver in the ballroom. And I'm going to put up that comment here. I'm not going to reply to that yet, what Stephanie had told me, what clues she gave me. But we're going to go through the products next. So, on Miss White, that was my sunscreen, and I am very close. I've held it up to the light, and I feel like I've got about right here. I'd say that's probably about accurate. I've got about right here left on it. So, I'm gonna, that one's rolled out, sorry. Whew, it is the end of the day, and I'm feeling it. With Miss White, I had accused her with the lead pipe, which the lead pipe was my tattoo studio, which I used it. There just wasn't a whole lot of usage. And that's because I mostly just used it in my waterline. And so there's not a lot of usage. I will, if there's any change, any semi-significant change, which I don't think there is because I don't even think I had to sharpen this. So if there is, it'll pop up over here, but if not, I mean, I used it 5 times. So again, only using it in my waterline. There's just not. So Miss White with the lead pipe, and it was in the hall, which was this product. Now this one, I really thought I loved this product. Now, when I first was using it, I really did love this product. It may be because these are getting older, because I have had these in my collection since at least late 2020. So it could be that they're just finally getting super old. Yeah, this one expired in March, and this one expired at the end of February. This one says it expired March 11th, and this one says it expired February 23rd. And I assumed that was just like the SPF in them. They didn't break me out. They didn't smell funny, but they didn't perform the way that I remember them performing. I may try to use them as a mixer or something and see if that helps, because they're not the worst thing ever, but they don't perform like I remembered them performing, and I'm just not impressed with how my makeup was looking when I would wear this. But it was about right here, and I would say it still has that big old air bubble, but I would say without the air bubble, it maybe is down to, well, maybe about right here, because again, that's the air bubble. But if you, do that, I can feel the product, and it feels like it might be right about there. I used this 6 times, but I did keep using it a few more times just to try to see if maybe I wasn't doing a right combo for it. But again, they're done. They're rolled out. I will try to, on my own, just test them out to see if I can get them to work with me. But if not, they will be getting decluttered very quickly. With Miss White, with the lead pipe in the haul, Stephanie said it could not have been the lead pipe. There was no scale found on Mr. Brody. If he had been attacked with the lead pipe, flakes of scale would have been found on his clothing. So that was pretty fun. So the lead pipe is out, and I've marked that out on my sheet. And next, I had accused Colonel Mustard, which we rolled in the e.l.f. Illuminating Face Primer. And I had this for 10 uses. And to be honest, you can see, hey, I didn't even realize that. You can see how much. Oh, it's probably about right here. So I use this pretty regularly, even past my 10 uses, because to be honest with you, I am not mad at this primer. It is a very nice primer. There we go. It is a very nice primer. It feels very nice. I wouldn't say it's super illuminating. Like if you put a very heavy matte foundation on top of this, I don't feel like it's going to peek through. Not like the Halo Glow would. But it is a very nice primer. And underneath a pretty light foundation, maybe even up to a medium foundation, it would probably be pretty decent and make you a little dewy. It is a nice primer, so I used that for 10 times. The weapon that I accused Colonel Mustard of having was the rope, which I had got roped in to buying the little MAC eyeshadow. And I am not sure if you'll really be able to see any kind of good use. I did get some good use out of it. I had to use it 7 times, and I did. But again, I don't know how much use it would be because it was very light use, to be honest. And finally, the dining room was the room that I had accused Colonel Mustard with the rope, and that was my e.l.f. Guava palette. And I used both, but I only considered it one use. I didn't consider it each time. And you can tell that I did get some use out of it. It is a very pigmented little blush palette. So I did use it the 6 times, and I'm not mad at it. I will keep it in my collection. I will happily use these to travel and things with. That way I know I've got a decent product, but I'm not going to bawl my eyes out if something gets destroyed. But overall, it's an okay product. It's very nice and pigmented, so you can't ask for more for like a little, are these $3? I think they're like $3, so you can't ask for more from that. Going to be reading my phone. So Stephanie said this about that accusation. It could not have been the dining room. When Mr. Brody was found, the catering staff was still collecting linens, so any violence would have had multiple witnesses. So we're going to check that one off. Then I accused Mr. Green with the revolver in the ballroom. Now, Mr. Green was the butter bronzer, and it had 6 uses. Now, I did use it 6 times. I think I tried using it a time or 2 after because I just wanted to get a little bit more use. And it is not the worst bronzer in the world, but it's not the best. And there's probably little way that I would repurchase this. I have 2 of these. I have this one and the other one, and I probably would never repurchase either one of them. They're acceptable, but I wouldn't cry if they disappeared from my collection. So this got 6 uses. And with the revolver, then it was the Tarte Maracuja Miracle Mist. And this one, it seems like, I don't know if you can even see that. Let's see. It's not spraying like it should. kind of sprays more towards the bottom, like more towards down here. I need to run it under some hot water, but I did use it, and I do love this spray because it sprays so fine. I really don't feel like it took much product on the times that I did use it. Final one was the Ballroom, which was an emotional product for me to add in, and that's because it was my Natasha Denona Glam Palette. And I feel like I got some really good use. I mean, this shade has a pretty decent dip. I used up on those. I used this one. I think I used this one and this one. And I used these two. And I'm telling you, I used it 8 times. I didn't use it beyond the 8. Stephanie had said it could not have been the revolver. No one knew the combination for Mr. Brody's gun safe. It took the police a long time, but they were able to break in and confirm that the revolver was still inside. No one could have accessed it. How fun are those answers? Oh my God, it's just like a blast. Okay, so I've got, let me pull them up again. She confirmed that it was not the dining room, it was not the revolver, and it was not the lead pipe. Those are all checked off on the board. Now, that means that I am about 1/3 of the way through the weapons, and I'm only one room in, and I have no clue who the killer could be. I've got some new products, 3 of each that I'm going to roll in, but I am not gonna focus so heavy and intensely on all of these like I did last time. So I may or may not be able to use all 3 of my guesses. It's just going to depend on how much product I get used. I will make sure that I can focus and at least make 1 guess by the end of the month, but I can't promise that I'm going to be able to focus so intently that I get to make all the guesses, because I have focused so much on the project pan and the new stuff and this and that. The other, I haven't even touched my supernatural project panning, and that update is coming soon, and I have touched them 0 times. So I need to focus. I am going to continue to focus on Colonel Mustard, but I'm not going to keep using the e.l.f. primer. There's other primers I want to try. Instead, I am going to bring in the Essence lipstick, bullet lipstick that I have in 06 Real. And this packaging is more rose gold, but it is gold, so we're going to go with that. So this is going to be for Colonel Mustard, and we will draw... and we will do the dice roll. There we go. We will do the dice roll to see what number I need to use after I show you the products, just so we can get through it a little bit quicker instead of me having to go back and forth. I've also decided that I'm going to continue to focus on Mr. Green. And for Mr. Green, I'm pulling in my Laura Geller, and it is the Desert Dreams eyeshadow palette. And this has not been used, and it is more of a fall palette. Oh my goodness. I get... that's because, see, it is literally still taped down. It is more of a fall palette. At least that's the way I see it. I love this tone. And even though it's still hot as Hades in Oklahoma, and we're only midway through August, and we don't even start really getting fall, but for like maybe 2 days in November. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this in because I am ready for fall, and I just don't care. I just want fall. So I also am going to continue to work on Miss White. And Miss White, I only have this much use, but I suspect that unless I roll a 12, which, I mean, we know it's possible, but unless I roll a 12, I should not have a problem using this 2 goals. And if by some chance I do get past this before my rolls are used up, this one will come in, which I plan to do this anyways, because this is actually in my Pan is the Word project pan, but I was not going to be using this until I used this. So if this one uses up all its uses, this will come in to finish it off, and then it will go right back into my Pan is the Word. With the next round of weapons, for my first weapon, I'm choosing to work with the Candlestick, which is a brightening or illuminating product, which I'm going to bring in my Il Makiage highlighter, which I've only swatched it. I really haven't done much of anything else. So it is, aside from a swatch, it is mostly unused. Well, I say mostly unused. It is unused except for a swatch. And the next one is going to be the knife, which is a contouring palette or a contouring product. And I'm going to bring this one in, which is my contouring creams palette. I would like to bring that in and get some use on it and find out if I really like it or if it's just something that I probably should go ahead and declutter before I get too far into it. And the rope is going to be my third weapon that I'll be bringing in, which I'm going to roll in the Glow Recipe Toner. I do need a toner to be focusing on because the last one that I was using for Turn and Burn, it was an e.l.f. toner, and I'm pretty sure I've done that update, but it smelled like lemon scented pee, and I'm not putting that on my face. I just don't have it in me to just ignore that and keep going. I just couldn't, so it's been decluttered. I have another toner, but I wanted to hold off and use up the little bottle that I have. So after that, I will start focusing on this one, and we will see how many uses after that. And then after I get those uses, this one will be put in Turn and Burn. For our first room, I'm going to focus on the lounge, and that is a no makeup product. And this one has been making its round on a couple of my videos already. I had it in my July entries, and I just talked about it in the video that I just recorded earlier today. The drugstore affordable makeup tag, I think was the name of it. I may not be 100% on exactly that name, but you'll know what it is if you're going through my videos. If you do want to go watch it, you can watch it. I can also link it up in... Is it this card? We'll see. And it is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skincare Color Correcting Serum, Moisturizer, and Primer. And I love this stuff. This is a in-your-face product for me because it's like I was just talking about how I don't have CoverGirl, and then I use this in one of my little foil packets in Turn and Burn, and I went out and bought the full product. And this is a no makeup kind of product for me. So this one is going to be in place of... It's going to be rolled in for the lounge, which is a no makeup product. The next room is the kitchen, which is a baked product or a product used to bake. I don't bake my face or in the kitchen, but I don't bake, but that would be my powder, and it is my Ciate London. This has been my nearly sole powder that I have used for... I don't even know. I use very, very little. And it has been in a couple of project pans. This is the first time I put it in one. But now the green lines are where we're at. And I am determined to use up the last of this product. Now, it is not a hardship to use this at all. This is my favorite powder that I have ever used. And I have another one that is completely unopened, and it's in my backup drawer, but I've got other products, or I've got other powders that I want to get through before I start pulling it out, because I do have other powders that are open. I just love this one and would prefer to just keep using it. But, it is not a hardship at all for me to use this product. I don't use that much powder, so it seems like it is sticking around forever. So this is going to be in place of the kitchen for the library. And I'm going to pull in, which is a palette, I'm going to pull in the BH Cosmetics Beautiful in Barcelona. Now, this is kind of a push for me to get started on my Supernatural project pan also, because this palette is technically in that one, but it's only... Which shade is it? This one. It is only this shade that's in the Supernatural. Here, I'll flip it upside down, or I'll flip it right side up. It's only this shade that's in the Supernatural project pan, and that's because it's Familia. But I'm hoping by bringing it into this project pan that it'll kind of help force me to start touching on this palette. I'm not going to focus all of my energy on this shade when I have to use this palette, but I am going to try to start really reaching more for this palette. And I'm hoping that that kind of gets me in gear to do it. Because again, it is very pretty fall shades, so I'm all for that. All right, for the very first product, which we're going to put this one with Mr. Green, is 9. So we have to use this 9 times. I don't know why I say we. I don't have a mouse in my pocket. It's only me, but so I have to use this 9 times. All right, now the next one is going to be the Essence Bullet Lipstick, which is Colonel Mustard. No, that's... Okay. Which is 5. So I have to use this 5 times, which I am wearing it today. And again, it's very worn off at this point, but as a bullet lipstick, it is held up. All right, and then the final one is Miss White, which is 5 times. And there's definitely 5 uses in that. Maybe the last 5 uses, but there's definitely 5 uses. All right, so now for the candlestick, let's find out what we got to use on that one. See, I got to quit doing that. All right, 7. So I have to use this 7 times. And then the knife. Oh my geez. Maybe I can just push that instead of oh. I gotta use this 11 times. Well, I'll know if I like it or not, won't I? Good luck, champ. Oh. 11 times. I have to use it 11 times. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm just so freaked out that I got to use a cream contour palette 11 times. It's okay. It's okay. I got this. Okay. Next is our no makeup product. And that one we have to use 3 times. The product I love, the product I would have no problem using 11 times, I get 3. And then all the anxiety gives me 11. Okay. Good times. Good times. All right. Now, the powder. Reminder. All right, now the powder product. 11 times. Again, not a problem. If there's 11 uses in here, I will be shocked. I say that. I don't even know why I'm saying that. I've used this thing a bajillion times. Yeah, if by some miracle this doesn't last through 11 uses, I will just bring in one of my opened ones and it'll take its place. All right, and I believe we're on the final product, which is my Barcelona palette, so come on. 8. That's not bad. 8 uses I feel like will be a really great, like, push me to use it. 8 is pushing me to use it, but it's also not so much that I feel overwhelmed. So I feel like 8 times for that should not be a problem. Okay, guys, so over here is the cards. We're going to have our game plan going forward. The ones should be circled that I'm going to be focusing on, and the ones that I have gotten answers for will be checked, okay? And the uses, I will try to figure out if I can find a way to put them up there, but I may not be able to. We just got to work with me. Editing is a new gig for me, okay? Okay, y'all. I really appreciate y'all sticking around to the end. I cannot wait to keep playing this game. I think I look forward to the updates. Literally, the updates is why I use the products. It's not even about the products. It's like, ooh, I get to make guesses. So I'm going to try to tone it down. But if I do get to really use them up, which I can't remember the exact, this is a weapon, this is a room, and this is a person. So if I had to make a prediction, I feel like these 3 next month will for sure be a guess. Because no problem using. I use this 2 times a day typically. I will be. And okay, sunscreen is a daily. So 5 uses, I think is what it was. That will be no problem. So those I feel like will for sure be guesses next month. The others... we'll see how it goes. So, thank you guys for sticking around and watching. If you made it to the end, is there a spyglass? Is there a spyglass emoji? maybe do the spyglass emoji. If there is no spyglass emoji, see about the detective emoji. Either one of those would be amazing. All right, y'all. Thanks for sticking around. I will see you guys next time. Use up all that makeup and have fun with your own project pans. Hit me up in the comments section below. Like, comment, subscribe. I forgot all that fun stuff, but it's okay. All right. Bye, y'all.